Hi friends, today we are going to discuss with a new chapter called Offer and Acceptance. In the previous sessions we have discussed what do you mean by contract as well as what do you mean by agreement. An agreement which is enforceable by law can be called as contract. And in order to form a valid contract, there must be offer as well as acceptance. So today we are going to discuss what do you mean by offer and what do you mean by acceptance. That's the chapter 3, offer and acceptance. First of all, we can look what is the definition of offer or proposal. So according to section 2 clause A of Indian Contract Act 1872, offer means when one person signifies to another his willingness to do or abstain from doing anything with a view to obtaining the assent of that other to such act or abstinence, he is said to make a proposal. This is the definition by Indian Contract Act 1872. So, in order to form a contract, there must be at least two parties. So, if one person is signifying the another person his willingness to do or abstain from doing something with a view to obtain the assent of the opposite party, he is said to make a proposal. So here comes to the two parties, that is offerer as well as the person who accepts that particular offer. So the person who makes the offer is called the proposer or offerer, and the person who accepts that particular offer can be called as the offering. So in order to form a valid offer, there must be a communication of the offer by the offerer to the offering. So if a person is trying to get the assent of another party in order to form a valid contract, it becomes the offer or proposal. That's about the definition of this particular offer or proposal. And here comes the two terms, that is offerer as well as offering. So the person who makes the offer is called the offerer, and the person to whom this offer is made can be called as the offering. And next one, we can discuss the essentials of a valid offer. So in order to make a valid offer, what are the things that we have to consider, or what are the essentials that is needed by the offer? First one, legal relationship is required. Okay, so in order to form a valid offer, there must be a legal existence. So the subject matter as well as the agreements and the conditions that is specified in that particular offer must be existence. Must have an existence in front of law. So there must be a legal relationship in the formation of a particular offer. That is the first essential of a valid offer. That is, legal relationship is required in order to form a valid offer. And next one is the terms of the offer must be certain and clear. Okay, so there must be some conditions or terms that is attached to an offer. So if you are giving a particular offer to another person, the terms as well as conditions that is attached to that particular offer must be clear as well as certain. Okay, so it should not create any confusion in the minds of that particular offering. So the person who communicates that particular offer must communicate the terms of that particular offer in a clear manner or in a certain manner. That is the second element, that is the terms of the offer must be certain and clear. And third one, the offer must be communicated to the offering. Suppose if a person is making an offer, he should communicate that particular offer to the offering. If the mere silence is not an offer, so if a person who is making an offer should communicate that particular offer as well as the terms and conditions of that particular offer to the offering, then only it becomes a valid offer. If that particular person is not communicating that particular offer to the offering, it does not become the valid offer. That is the third element, that is offer must be communicated to the offering. And coming to the fourth one, offer must be made with with a view to obtain the assent of other. From the definition itself, it is clear that the offer is created in order to get the assent of that particular opposite party. So the offer must be made with a view to obtain the assent of that particular party. Okay, so then only it becomes the valid offer. Otherwise, it won't becomes the valid offer. So the intention of making an offer is to get the assent of another party or opposite party. And next one, offer may be conditional. Okay, so we know if the offer may be related with some conditions. Okay, so the terms and conditions must be attached to a particular offer. So some offers may attach the terms and conditions, some offer may not attach these terms and conditions. But anyway, the offer may be conditional, may be unconditional. That depends upon that particular contract. Okay, anyway, the offer may be conditional. That is the next element. And the last element is that an invitation to offer is not an offer at all. That means if I am making an invitation to another party to accept my offer, it cannot be treated as a valid offer, because if you are making an advertisement in order to target a particular group, it does not become an offer. It is just merely an invitation. Okay, so if you are making an invitation, the customers may or may not accept that particular offer. That depends upon the customer. Okay, so we cannot say that a mere invitation is not an offer at all. Okay, so these are the main essential of an offer. First one, legal relationship is required to form a valid offer. Second one, the terms of the offer must be certain and clear, and offer must be communicated to the offeree, and offer must be made with a view to obtain the assent of the opposite party, and offer may be conditional, and the last one, an invitation to offer is not an offer. These are the essentials of offer. And next one, we are going to discuss the types of offer. Offer can be classified into different types. First one, express offer. Second one, implied offer. Third one, specific offer. And fourth one, general offer. Then cross offer. Then open offer and counter offer. Let us discuss these types of offer. First one, express offer. From the name itself, it is clear that if the offer is made by words, spoken or written, it can be called as express offer. So all the terms and conditions of the offer, if it is expressed by words, spoken or written, it can be called as the express offer. And second one, implied offer. It is just opposite to the express offer. So if the offer is arising out of the conduct of the parties, it can be called as the implied offer. So it is not a spoken or written. So it is just implied from the situation, or it is implied from the conduct of the person. That particular offer can be called as the implied offer. And next one, specific offer. So if the offer is made to a definite person or a specific person, or we are pointing to a particular person to accept that particular offer, it can be called a specific offer. So this type of offer is targeting only a particular person. So that type of offer can be called as specific offer. And next one, general offer. It is just opposite to the specific offer. If the offer is made to the public at a large, or if the offer is made to the world at a large, it can be called as general offer. So anybody can accept that particular offer. We are not pinpointing a particular person in order to accept that particular offer. We are making the offer in front of a large audience or in front of a large world. They can accept, anyone can accept that particular offer. That type of offer can be called as the general offer. And next one, cross offer. That means if two parties make identical offers at a particular point of time, or making that particular offer at each other at the same period of time, it can be called as the cross offer. Suppose, for example, if I am making the offer, the same offer is made by the opposite party also. So it becomes the identical offers. So if both the parties are making identical offers at a particular point of time or the same period of time, it can be called as the cross offer. And next one, open offer. Open offer, it is made, this offer is made for the continuous supply of certain materials of a period of time. So if the particular person is making this particular offer, this offer will be valid for a particular period of time. For example, if I am making an offer, if that particular offer is valid for 3 months, for that particular 3 months I will getting the supply of that particular product or commodity. So this type of offer is targeting the definite period of time. Okay, so if the offer is made for the continuous supply of certain things over a period of time, it can be called as the open offer. And the last one, counter offer. Counter offer, if the original offer is rejected and a new offer is made, it can be called as counter offer. From the name itself, it is clear that, okay sir, if one person is making an offer, the another person is making a new offer in that place of that particular original offer, it becomes the counter offer by that particular party. So these are the types of offer. That is express offer, second one implied offer, then specific offer, then general offer, then cross offer, open offer, and counter offer. And next one, the revocation of offer. So revocation simply means the cancellation of offer. Okay, so how can an offer comes to an end, or how can we cancel that particular offer? So these are the methods that is used by a person in order to revocate or cancel the offer. First one, by communication of notice of revocation. Okay, so if a person is sending a notice to the another party saying that we want to cancel this offer, it becomes the communication of notice of revocation. So an offer comes to an end, or an offer can be cancelled by communicating the notice of revocation to the opposite party. That is the first method of revocation of offer or cancellation of offer. And second one, by lapse of time. Suppose, for example, a company is making an offer to their particular customer. Okay, anyone can accept that particular offer, but if the company is specifying a particular period of time to the customers, the customer should accept that particular offer within that particular period of time. If the customers are not accepting that particular offer within that particular period of time, it becomes lapse, or it becomes lapse. Okay, so it can be called as the second method, that is by lapse of time. Okay, so if the offer contains a particular period of time, the offeree must accept that particular offer within that particular period of time. Otherwise, it becomes lapse. So it is the second method of revocation of offer, that is by lapse of time. And third method is that by the failure of the acceptor to fulfill the conditions. That means in the previous sessions we have discussed that the offer may contain the terms and conditions. The terms and conditions must be attached to a particular offer, and if the offeree is not fulfilling the terms and conditions that is specified by the offerer, it becomes the revocation of offer. So it is the duty or the responsibility of the acceptor to fulfill the conditions of that particular offer that is made by the offerer. And next one, by the death of the offerer. If a person is offering something to another, or it becomes a valid offer, suppose that particular offerer become died, okay, or the death of the offerer will result in the revocation of the offer. So the person who makes the offer or proposal comes to a death, or he become died, it will leads to the revocation of the offer. That is by the death of the offerer. And next one, by the counter offer. In the previous session we have discussed what you mean by counter offer. When the original offer is rejected and a new offer is made, it can be called as the counter offer. Okay, so if the counter offer arises in a particular contract, it will comes to the end of the original offer. So the original offer is revoked or cancelled. So it is also a method of revocation of offer, that is counter offer. And next one, by rejection. Suppose a offerer is making an offer to the offeree. If the offeree is not accepting that particular offer and he is trying to reject that particular offer, it can also be turned into the revocation of offer. And next one, by destruction of the subject matter. Subject matter, it is the thing that we are that is based on the contract is entered. Okay, so if the subject matter comes to an end, or if the subject matter died, or if the subject matter is distracted by something, it will result in the revocation of the offer. So these are the methods of revocation or cancellation of the offer. First one, by communication of the notice of revocation. Second one, by lapse of time. Third one, by the failure of the acceptor to fulfill the conditions, and then by the death of the offerer, by counter offer, by a rejection, and by the destruction of the subject matter. So these are the things that is related to the offer. Next one, we are going to discuss what we mean by acceptance. Okay, this is the definition of acceptance according to section 2 clause B of the Indian Contract Act 1872. Acceptance means when the person to whom the proposal is made signifies his assent thereto, the proposal is said to be accepted. In the offer, we have discussed that one party is trying to give an offer to the other party, that is offeree. So if the offeree is trying to accept that particular offer, it becomes the acceptance. The acceptor is communicating his assent to the offerer that he is able to, or he is willing to accept that particular offer. So that communication or that assent can be called as the acceptance. That is the definition of acceptance. And next one, we can look what are the essentials of acceptance. First one, acceptance may be expressed or implied. Okay, so the acceptor who is accepting that particular offer, he may communicate to the offerer that he just accepted that particular offer. He can communicate by words or written or in an oral manner. Okay, so the acceptance may be expressed or implied. From the context itself, we can say that he accepted the offer, or he can just write that particular conditions to the offerer. So this it becomes the acceptance. So it may be expressed or implied. That is the first essential of acceptance. And second one, it must be absolute and unqualified. Okay, so if we are accepting that particular offer, we should not attach any conditions regarding the acceptance of that particular offer. So that's why we should say that it must be absolute and also unqualified. How it becomes qualified? If the terms and conditions are attached with that particular acceptance, it becomes qualified. So it is not treated as a valid acceptance. So in order to become a valid acceptance, it must be absolute as well as unqualified in nature. And third one, the acceptance must be communicated to the offerer. Okay, so offerer is the person who makes the offer. So if the acceptor is accepting that particular offer, it must be communicated by the acceptor to the offerer. Then only it becomes the valid offer. Valid acceptance, sorry. Then next one, it must be made within a reasonable time. Okay, so if the offerer is making a proposal or offer to the offeree, it must be, the acceptance must be communicated within a particular period of time, or within a specified time that is told by the offerer. Otherwise it becomes lapsed. Okay, so the acceptance must be made within a reasonable period of time. Then next one, it must be according to the mode prescribed. Okay, suppose for example, if the person making the offer is saying that you should accept the particular offer by communicating the letter to me, so the person who accepts that particular offer must be communicated in the form by sending the letter to the offerer. So it is the mode, that is letter mode. And if the person making the offer is saying that you should communicate the acceptance by sending the mail, so the person who accepts that particular offer must send the mail to the offer. So the acceptance must be given according to the mode prescribed by the offerer. That's the thing. Next one, it must be given before the offer lapses. That means many of the companies will give offer for a particular period of time. After that particular period of time, the offer will lapses. Okay, so for example, if the autumn offer will be there, Christmas offer will be there. So that particular offer will last for only for a particular weeks or months. Clear? Okay, so the acceptance to that particular offer must be given within a particular of time or before the lapse of that particular offer. That's the point. It must be given before the offer lapses. And the last one, it cannot be implied from silence. That means acceptance cannot be implied from silence. That means if the person makes an offer to the acceptor, if the person who is accepting that particular offer keeps silent, he does not communicate any word to that particular offer that he accept or reject that particular offer, it is silenced by the acceptor. So mere silence is not treated as the acceptance of that particular offer. So it may be expressed or implied. Second one, it must be absolute and unqualified. Third one, it must be communicated to the offerer. Then it must be made within a reasonable time, and it must be according to the mode prescribed, and it must be given before the offer lapses, and it cannot be implied from silence. These are the essentials of acceptance.